Okay. Hello, everyone. How are you doing? It is our final Saturday class together for high-tech English. I hope you've all been doing well. I hope you've been enjoying the lovely weather we've been having. I hope that you can hear me. I think there's a few people watching. Can you let me know in the live chat if you can hear me or if there's any audio problems? Please, please, please let me know in the live chat if you can hear me. Okay, so we have talked about social networks. We've talked about a virtual reality. Today, we're going to be talking about cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency, the blockchain, decentralization, NFTs. These are the kind of topics we're going to be covering today. So I'm sure that you have all heard of Bitcoin. But what else do you know about cryptocurrency? Can you tell me anything in the live chat? What do you know about cryptocurrency? Or about NFTs, or about decentralization? Any of those things. What do you know? How much do you know? Or even, are you interested in it? Is it something that you're interested in learning, or is it something that you don't care about? Do you think it's a scam? What do you think about the idea of cryptocurrencies and NFTs and things like that? Okay, Sunny Kim has said nothing. She knows nothing. Well, hopefully you'll know a little bit of something after today. I hope we can cover a little bit of what it's about. Anybody else? I don't see many people answering, even though we have quite a few people in the room. Okay, well, let's just see. Let's jump into the PowerPoint a little bit, shall we? So, Satoshi Nakamoto, who is the founder of Bitcoin, but we don't know who he is. We know his name. We don't know if it's his real name. Nobody knows who he really is. Nobody knows what he looks like. He is anonymous. He said, if you don't believe it or don't get it, I don't have the time to try to convince you. Sorry. And he was talking about Bitcoin. So he said, if you don't believe in Bitcoin or if you don't get Bitcoin, I don't have the time to try to convince you. I just don't have the time to convince you about how good Bitcoin is. That's what he said. Satoshi Nakamoto, who is the founder of Bitcoin. Again, we don't know who he is. He is still a mysterious person after all these years. There have been rumors about who he might really be, or if that's his real name. We just don't know. So it's kind of interesting. He must be incredibly rich if he's the founder of Bitcoin. It's a lot of money. Yeah, so that is what he said about Bitcoin. I do have the time. I am going to try to convince you. Satoshi Nakamoto said that he doesn't have the time to convince you. I will try to convince you because I believe in cryptocurrencies. I believe that this is the future. And I'm going to tell you why. Okay, so first, cryptocurrency, blockchain, and NFTs. These are the topics we're going to talk about today. We're going to cover cryptocurrency, which blockchain is a part of that, and NFTs are kind of built on top of that. So, it's a big topic. It's a very big topic. Let's, where do I want to start? You guys know about Bitcoin, right? Anybody listening? I want to ask, anybody listening, does anybody own any cryptocurrency? Do you own any Bitcoin or Ethereum or Dogecoin or anything like that? Do you own any cryptocurrency at all? Anybody in the chat room, can you talk to me? Somebody, please. This is supposed to be a little bit interactive. So talk to me. What? Does anybody own any cryptocurrency? Sunny Kim says no. So dangerous. Okay. Anybody else? Nope. Tung Dawn says nope. Okay, I will be completely clear with you guys. I do own cryptocurrency. I have 2 cryptocurrency wallets. I didn't mean to create 2. It just kind of happened. I wasn't planning on it, but I decided I'd get two. So I have two cryptocurrency wallets, which means that's where I can keep my stuff. I have some cryptocurrency. I have some NFTs. Yeah, so I am in this world. I know about this stuff somewhat. I'm still learning a lot. There's a lot to learn, but it's very interesting to me because people think that cryptocurrency is just this fake internet money. And if you've heard of NFTs, you think it's just very, 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 very expensive, stupid pictures on the internet. That's what people think because that's what they see on the news. That is not true. There's so much more depth and possibility and technology possible with the blockchain, which we're going to talk about. Let's jump into some terminology and some questions, okay? So we've already asked, what do you know about the cryptocurrency? What is a blockchain? I'm going to keep saying blockchain, blockchain, blockchain. It's very, very important. Jungdown says, I don't even know how that works. I should step into the new world. Well, let me introduce you a little bit because the blockchain is the foundation. It's the most important part of cryptocurrency and NFTs, the blockchain. Now, to explain it first, before I can explain blockchain, let me explain the difference between, I'm going to write this, the difference between centralization and decentralization. Decentralization. Okay. Oh, did I write that? I didn't write that right. Hold on. Oh my goodness. Can I edit this? Well, it's a little bit bad spelling, but you can read it. The difference between centralization and decentralization. Right now, all of your money is in a centralized banking system. If you have money with Shinhan Unhang, Uri Unhang, Hana Unhang, any of the banks are centralized banking systems. Centralized means in one place. So the bank, if you have money, say, okay, let's, for example, I have Baekmanwon in a Shinhan bank account. That Baekmanwon is in my Shinhan bank account. I can access their website or an ATM and look at my account and see how much money I have. I can use an app, their app, but the actual data, the information that says Josh has Baekmanwon in this account, only Shinhan Bank has that. On their computer system, it says Josh Hollis has Baekmanwon in Shinhan Bank account. It's in their computer system only. So there is the possibility that Shinhan Bank could be hacked. If a hacker hacked into Shinhan Bank, they could hack it and I could lose all my money. Or Shinhan Bank might be, maybe I don't trust them. Maybe they're doing bad things. Maybe they're like, I don't know, doing criminal things. I have no idea. This is just an example. I'm not saying bad things about Shinhan Bank. Please understand me. I'm just giving an example. If something happens to them, I cannot get my money back, potentially. I know that there's insurance and things like that, but think big. Think with lots of money, lots of accounts. It's centralized. There's lots of crime on Wall Street. If you're reading the news recently, there's lots of crime on the New York Stock Exchange, on Wall Street. Big companies in New York City and Chicago are doing very illegal things with money. And they're hiding it because they can hide it, because it's centralized. It's on their computer systems, so they can hide these crimes. That is not possible with the blockchain. Imagine now that I have a bank account with a decentralized bank. Let's say that, I don't know, let's say that there is a new bank that is decentralized. That means that my information is not only on their computer system. My information about my account is everywhere, on millions of computers around the world. That is the blockchain. The blockchain is instead of keeping information in one place, the information is kept everywhere. That sounds dangerous. It sounds like it's easy to hack, but no, because you can't change information on the blockchain. It's there. You can't change it unless 51% of all computers agree this is a correct change. This is the correct way to change this. So if I say that I have 1,000 or Pokemon in my account, and all of the computers agree I have Pokemon in my account. If I try to hack one computer and say, no, I actually have Ilok in my account, ha 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 ha, I'm only hacking one computer, it won't accept. The blockchain will not accept it. 51% of all computers must acknowledge and say, yes, this is true. And no one can hack 51% of all computers in the world. That is why decentralization is much safer. Also, the blockchain is transparent, which means you can't hide anything. You can't hide anything. If I give you an address right now, I could easily give you you could search if you know my wallet, because it's public information. You could search and see what I have in my wallet. You can see how much money I have, what NFTs I have. You can see, anybody can see. I can look at anybody's wallet. It's easy. It's transparent. No one can hide anything. So there can't be more financial crime. I cannot steal things and hide it because it's impossible to hide things on the blockchain. Everything is transparent. Everything is safe. It's kind of a hard concept to wrap your mind around, but just instead of centralized information, it is decentralized. It is everywhere, which is how cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum and NFTs are possible. Why is this so cool? Why is this so important? We're going to talk about that. Okay, well, I want to ask you this last question at the end. Do you think that cryptocurrencies or NFTs have a strong future in our society? I want to talk about that at the end. For now, let's look at a few key phrases. We talked about the blockchain. So the blockchain is a digital ledger. Ledger means like a financial book where you keep all of the numbers. A ledger is where the bank keeps all of their bank account numbers, information about bank account numbers, how much money people have. That is a ledger. So a blockchain is a digital ledger composed of all the transactions ever made in a particular cryptocurrency. So you can see that there's like 3 boxes on your screen right now. There's these 3 pictures of blocks. That's how the blockchain works. I kept saying that like it's decentralized. It's all out there. When you make a change to the blockchain, a new block is created. It does not erase the old blocks. So all the way back to the beginning of cryptocurrency, all of those blocks that store information, they still exist. You can download them. You can look at them. It's all transparent. And because they exist, we can go back and prove that, I always had Pokemon 1. I'm not making it up. That's how much I have in my account. So it can go back and prove things, and it cannot be changed. It is immutable. You can't change it. After the block has been made, the block cannot be changed. You can make a new block, but the new block also has to agree with the old blocks. So it's just building on information, keeping it transparent. People cannot hack it. It's just much safer way that things are there. That is the blockchain. And I really encourage you, watch some videos about it because my explanation is not very good. But watch some videos about the blockchain. Try to understand what it is, because once you understand the blockchain, you can understand cryptocurrencies more. Okay, I talked about decentralized and centralized. Here's a picture to kind of show you. So in the case of cryptocurrency, this is the idea that transactions are copied repeatedly on different computers and servers around the world. Thus, the data is not in one central location. So on the left, you can see this is like current banking systems. All of the information is in one little yellow dot, and the users have to connect to the yellow dot to get their information. If something happens to the yellow dot, then the information is lost. Decentralization is not like that. Decentralization means all of the information is everywhere at once. It is on all of the computers of all users of cryptocurrency. I have some of the blockchain on my computer, of course, because I use cryptocurrency. I have wallets. Okay, next one. Fiat currency. Fiat. I wonder if anybody knows what this is. Fiat currency is a government-backed money that is not backed by any commodity, such as gold or silver. Fiat, not like the car. Can you give me an example of a country that uses fiat money? Fiat money means it's just paper. It's just paper. There's no gold in the banks behind the money. There's no silver. The money is worth the money because the government says this is how much the money is worth. Do you know any countries that use fiat? Because it's a very dangerous thing. Fiat currency is worthless. It's only worth money because the government says this is worth money. Can anybody give me an example of a country that uses fiat currency? Anybody? I'm going to wait in the live chat for somebody to talk to me. No idea, says Chung Dalin. Anybody else? Well, it might surprise you guys that Korea and the United States and Canada and pretty much every country on earth uses fiat currency. It's just the won, the dollar, the yen, they're only worth manwon is only worth manwon because the government tells us it's worth manwon. $20 is only worth $20 because the government tells us this is worth $20. It's not in the past, before 1973, I think, most money was backed by gold. So like in the US, the dollar's even said backed by gold. You could go to a bank, give them your money, and get the gold in exchange. I don't think many people did that, but you could. It was backed by gold. It was worth something. There was gold behind it. Not anymore. Korea, United States, most countries use fiat currency. It is only worth money because the government tells us it's worth money. And with inflation, which is happening at a very, 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 very high rate right now, if you're paying attention to finances, the finance world, economics, we're not in a good place right now. The inflation rate this past year, the past 12 months, is higher than it has been in 25 years, I think. It's very, 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 very high. That's why if you're shopping at grocery stores, if you're going to Emart or Home Plus, things are a little bit more expensive, right? You've noticed that some of the things that you buy, like beer or I don't know, anything, it's a little bit more expensive than it used to be, right? That's inflation. It's hitting everywhere. Really bad. The US is saying it's 8%. It's probably higher than that, but that's higher than it's been in 25 years. It is crazy right now how high inflation is. So that means that if you have money in a savings account, let's say that you have ilok in a savings account with Uri Bank, and your savings percentage is, let's be very generous. Let's say that your savings percentage is 2%. You get 2% interest every year. So that means if you have ilok one in the bank, after 1 year, you should have ilok itan manwon, right? That's the interest, the 2%. Yes, that's still true, but because of inflation, your money is worth 8% less. That ilok won is actually worth about gutan ibek manwon something from 2 years ago. because inflation has gone up 8%. So your money is worth less. It doesn't buy as much stuff as it used to. Food prices going up, housing prices are going up. My goodness, if you've tried to buy a house in the past 2 years, I'm very sorry. It's a difficult time. Inflation is crazy right now. And that's because governments like America are printing more and more and more money. They make more money. Money is worth less. Things like that. So yeah, not great. Fiat currency, not great. Gas or gas fee. If you start reading about cryptocurrencies, if you start reading about Bitcoin and Ethereum and NFTs, you will definitely hear about a gas fee or just gas. When you make a transaction with a cryptocurrency, you must pay a fee. This is called the gas. So remember I said the blockchain. Blockchain, every time you make a big change to the block, or you make a change to the blockchain, like if I make a purchase or something, it makes a new block. Making that block uses energy. I mean, real electricity. It has to be verified by so many computers. It uses electricity. Electricity costs money. So to create a new block on the blockchain, you have to pay a gas fee. That's how you do it. So that's why if I send money to somebody or create something new on the blockchain, like a new NFT, I have to pay money because it's creating a new block. Yeah, and if many people are using the blockchain at the same time, like if it is 3 p.m. in New York City, the gas fee will be really high. If it's 4 a.m. in New York City, which everybody's asleep, the gas fee will be much lower because not many people are using it. So the gas fee goes up and down depending on how many people are using it. Yeah, because I've paid some pretty high gas fees when it's really busy. Mining. You have probably heard of cryptocurrency mining. If you're a gamer, if you like to play computer games, you hate these miners. You hate them. If anybody listening is a gamer, they hate cryptocurrency. Because if you look at this picture, that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things that are hanging up next to his computer. Does anybody know what those 6 things are? Those little 6 things with wires plugged into them. Does anybody know what those are? Anybody in the chat, do you know what those 6 things hanging next to his computer are? If you're a gamer, you know what they are. Anybody? Do you know what those things are? Oh, wait, I want to see if somebody answers me. What are those 6 things hanging next to his computer? Anybody? Hello? I know people are watching. Not a gamer either, says Chungdown. Okay, well, for the non-gamers out there, I'm using a MacBook Air, which is a fine computer. You're probably using a laptop or not a very powerful computer. If you want to play really, really incredible looking games, if you want to play the newest, best, amazing looking games, you need a powerful computer. And you need a very powerful graphics card or video card. The video card is what makes the video on your screen possible. We all have video cards. If you're watching me right now, you have a video card in your computer. You have to. But most of us don't have very powerful ones. I can play games on my computer, but I can't play very powerful games. You need a very powerful video card to play games. But you also need a powerful video card for cryptocurrency mining, which is, the mining is making the blocks on the blockchain. So these are the people that are actually using the computer power to make the blockchain, to build it. And they get paid for it. I use the cryptocurrency. I pay the gas fee. The gas fee goes to the miners. They receive the money. That's how people mining these cryptocurrencies are making money, because People are using the cryptocurrency, the money goes there, and it spreads out to the miners. They're making the money. But you use a lot of video cards for cryptocurrency mining. Each of those video cards probably costs, I don't know, Bekmanwan, Osibmanwan, each of those. So that's like, just looking there, that's like Tilbekmanwan of video cards right there. And because miners are buying all of these video cards, of course, if you buy lots of something, A, it gets harder to buy it because they're sold out, and B, it gets more expensive. So video gamers, computer players, they hate cryptocurrency miners because cryptocurrency miners are buying the video cards that they need to play games. So now video cards, the prices have gone up, crazy amounts. Crazy to buy a video card nowadays. It's very expensive. Okay, so that's mining. NFT has any, okay, we've talked about Bitcoin, we've talked about cryptocurrencies and blockchain. Do you know what an NFT is? Have you ever heard this word? And if you have heard this, what do you think it is? What is an NFT? What do you think an NFT is? I mean, I have it on the screen. It says non-fungible token, but have you ever heard of this before? Have you ever read about it in the news or heard about it on TV? What do you think about NFTs? Okay, I'll wait for some answers, but I will tell you that an NFT, of course, is a non-fungible token. What does that mean? I'll explain. But first, non-fungible tokens enable virtual transactions between collectibles like art, music, and trading cards using smart contracts. They can do a lot more. Okay, fungible. What does fungible mean? What does fungible mean? That's a big important thing. Fungible means that they have the same value. So if I have one, let's see, do I have some money here? If I have each on one, right? And I have each on one here. If you have this each on one, I have this each on one, and we trade, we change. It's the same thing, right? Each on one is each on one. It's just ton one is ton one. It doesn't matter. They're two different pieces of paper, but they have the exact same value. They're worth exactly the same. These are fungible. Fungible means that they have the exact same value. You can change them, exchange them, it doesn't matter. They have the same value. That is what fungible means. So cash, money is fungible, things like that. They are fungible. Non-fungible means that they don't have the exact same value. So if you have, for example, one painting by Van Gogh, and you have another painting by Van Gogh, they look different. They're both by Van Gogh, but they're not the same. You can't, they have different values. The art collectors say that, this one's worth more because something. They're not fungible. They're not exactly the same. So a non-fungible token is like cryptocurrency, but it's unique. There's only like one of them. This is how people sell art and things online with the cryptocurrency. It's easier if I give you examples. It's really, I know it's really hard to understand this stuff. Let me give you an example. Oh, Jay Chung said replaceable. Yeah, fungible means kind of replaceable, means interchangeable. Okay, let me explain why NFTs are so cool and why NFTs are also built on the blockchain. So they're also, the information is in those blocks. This is what's so cool. If I am a writer and I want to publish my story on Amazon, for example, I can very easily put my book on Amazon and start selling it. Amazon will take, I don't know, 20%, 30% of my profit, and I get to keep 70%. Cool. I sell my ebooks. Let's say that I'm selling electronic books, not real books. I'm just selling ebooks. I'm making some money. That's great. Cool. That's how things work right now. But with the blockchain, I can sell my books in the same way on a marketplace like Amazon, but with an NFT contract, I get royalties, which means that I'm the author and I sell the book to person A. Person A buys my book for $10. I get to keep that. And then person A sells that book to person B for, let's say, $10. I get 10% royalties automatically. When he sells it, 10% of the sell price goes back to me, the creator. Every time that digital copy changes hands, I get royalties. I get money as a creator. And creators need that. Creators need royalty. Also, it makes it where you own your stuff. Again, not many gamers right now, but you'll understand this. Yeah, your copyright and profit is way more protected. But also the buyers are much better. Because if I'm a buyer on Amazon, I have an Amazon Kindle. I'm not going to walk over there and get it. But I have an Amazon Kindle. And I can download books. Let's say that I download... What book do I want to download? I download Ready Player One, which is a pretty cool book. I download Ready Player One. I pay $10 to download it. Cool. After I read it, what can I do with it? Nothing. You can't sell a digital book. You can't sell it on Amazon. I bought it. That's it. I can't do anything with it. Not with NFTs. If I buy a digital book, I can resell it. Games too. Right now, people buy video games. Like, I have a Nintendo. Yes, I can put, I can buy physical games. Let's see if I can open this. I can buy physical games that look like this. I can buy a physical game, but you can also download games. But the physical game, after I play it and I'm tired of it, I can sell the physical chip. I can sell that to somebody else and they can play it. A digital game, I can't sell again. With NFTs, you can. You could sell that game again. So it's not just sitting on your computer worthless. And what's even cooler is that because it's an NFT, my game is 100% unique. So if I sell my game, all of my saved data is still there. Now, I'm a nobody. Nobody cares about my saved data. But what if, I want you to just imagine, what if a very super popular celebrity, let's say, who's a super popular celebrity? Let's say, I don't know, celebrities. Okay, BTS. Everyone loves BTS, right? Let's say that a member of BTS, and don't hate me, but I don't know any of their names, but let's say that a member of BTS really likes playing video games, okay? They really like playing video games. And they buy this NFT game, and they play it. They create their own character. They get some items and stuff like that in their game, in their account, but then they decide to sell it. They want to sell their game. Everybody will want to buy that. Because if you buy this BTS member's digital game, it comes with their character, all of their items, all of their saved data. You would get that. So of course, BTS fans would want to buy a game that had all of the original saved data from that BTS player. It would be hugely expensive. That's the kind of thing that's possible with NFTs because the data is saved on the blockchain. It is immutable. You can't change it. And you can sell it, and you can get royalties, and there are so many cool things that you can do. It's not just pictures on the internet. It is the way of the future. So just when you hear NFT, imagine a much more flexible, much safer digital transaction way to buy and sell things online that has more options, that has more safety. Yeah, it's really cool. That's why I'm so excited about them. Okay, so when you're doing cryptocurrency, you will have something called a private key and a public address. I have these. I have 2 wallets. I told you earlier. I have 2 cryptocurrency wallets. Each cryptocurrency wallet has a private key, and each cryptocurrency wallet has a public address. Now, I can tell people my public address. I should tell people, because if I want people to send me money, or if I send somebody money, they can see my public address. It's public. Anybody can see it. If you have my public address, you can go to a website and you can look at my wallet. You can see how much money I have in there. You can see what NFTs I have. It doesn't matter because you can't change anything, but you can look at it. It's all transparent. That's the public address. Fine. Everybody can have that. Private key, you tell no one what your private key is. You cannot tell anybody. It is the most secret, private thing. Because if somebody has your private key, they have your password. And they could empty out your account in a second. So your private key must be kept private. Don't write it down in your computer. Write it down on a piece of paper or something where it's never going to get damaged, never going to get stolen. Your private key must be private, really private. People make that mistake and they lose all their money because they don't realize that. Private key must be private. It's just, but also with that private key, it sounds dangerous, but it's actually pretty cool because like I have one cryptocurrency on my wallet on my computer, and I have one wallet on my phone. They're different wallets. It's like 2 different bank accounts, okay? But what if I lose my phone? Or what if it breaks? Or what if somebody steals it? How can I get my wallet back? Easy. The wallet, it's hard to explain. The wallet is in the blockchain. The wallet is not in my phone. I access it through my phone, but it's on the blockchain, so it can never be stolen unless you give somebody your private key. But if I lose my phone, it's easy. I have my private key. I can make the wallet again. Same wallet. All my money is still there. All of my NFTs are still there. Everything's still there. That's it. If you have your private key, you don't have to worry about losing your wallet because your private key, I know this is really confusing, but your private key is your wallet. It's how you access it. So even if my computer or my phone get broken, I have my private key written down somewhere, I have lost nothing. I can make my wallet again, no problem, because I have my private key. This seed number, this is most cryptocurrency wallets have a seed, like seed words, 12 words or 24 words. This is, okay, go back. The private key. The private key looks crazy. If you ever see a private key, it's just numbers and letters, like really long. Like you could never memorize it. It's impossible to memorize your private key. So instead, they break it down into like 12 words or 24 words. You just write down these 12 words, that's your private key. So like this is an example of a private key, the seed phrases. If you write down these words like result, index, decline, pill, rich, heart, these would be your private key. If you ever lose your wallet, as long as you have this list of words, you can get your wallet back. It's like a very long password. Imagine that. Your bank account has a password. Your debit card has a PIN number, like 4 numbers. This is just a very long password. Just imagine that. Okay, these are the different, in the cryptocurrency world, we have different words for how much money you have. The biggest are humpback whales. They have 5,000 Bitcoins. BTC is Bitcoin. A whale is, I've seen some whales. They have 5,000 Bitcoins, 1,000 Bitcoins. Sharks, 500. I am like a crab or a shrimp. Maybe I'm a shrimp. I have very little. I don't have a lot. Yeah, I'm a shrimp, definitely not a crab. I wish I was a crab or an octopus. That'd be great. But yeah, it's just how much money you have. Whales are the big ones. They are huge. Altcoin. If you start doing research about cryptocurrency, you're going to hear this word, altcoin. Alt means alternative, different. So an altcoin is anything that is not Bitcoin, such as Ethereum, Litecoin, Dogecoin, which is what you see on your screen. That's Doge. I don't like Dogecoin. I don't like Bitcoin. I like Ethereum. I use Ethereum for reasons I'm not going to explain. I think we've already gotten too difficult and too complicated already. I'm not going to make it worse. Okay, let's talk about this. What is the most money you have ever lost? What is the most money you have ever lost? Or valuable thing like a computer or phone. I'll give an example. I lost my wallet a few years ago. I just left it in the taxi. Yeah, it had like Tillman in it, but it also had my ID card and my credit cards and my debit cards, Korean cards and American cards. Calling all of the banks and getting canceling the old cards and getting new cards, getting a new ID card was such a pain. It was so difficult. That's one of the biggest things I've lost is my wallet, which was horrible. My real wallet, like not my cryptocurrency wallet, but my real wallet. What is the most valuable thing you have ever lost? $50,000 in the stock market. Jae-chung, oh my God. 50. Wait, are you saying like Oman won? That's 50 grand. Or are you saying Oman dollars? Jae-chung, if you lost Oman dollars, oh my God, I am so sorry. Oh my God, no. Jae-chung says no. No, what? Dollars or won? Dollars or won? Which one? Because if it's Oman won, that's not a big deal. Oman dollars, that's a big deal. That's a lot of money. Yeah. Oh, I hope it's not dollars. Oh, dollars. Oh, Jae-chung. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Woo, that hurts. That's a lot of money to lose. Were you like, was it stocks or was it derivatives? Were you doing futures and options? Like that character in Squid Game, Ojingo game, he was doing futures, right? He lost all of his money on futures. I hope you weren't doing derivatives, like option trading. Option trading and futures, those are very dangerous things to do. Stocks are a bit safer. It's okay, long time ago. That's good. Still, that hurts. I want to talk about a man who wants to dig up a landfill. Now, a landfill is where all of your garbage goes. So like cities, we make garbage. Where does the garbage go? It goes to the dump, the landfill. A huge mountain of garbage. That's the landfill. He wants to dig it up. Why? To recover his digital wallet. Because like I said, if you lose your phone, that's okay. I mean, like I have my private key, but he had his private key on his hard drive. Not very smart. He had his private key on his hard drive. And somebody threw his old computer away. I don't know the full story, but he lost his computer in the trash with like a lot of Bitcoin on it. His computer hard drive had his private key, which could access just a massive amount of money, like Ibek Ok, okay, was in his hard drive. Ibek Ok, gone. He doesn't know his private key, gone. He can't get it back. So he wants to dig it up and try to find it again, which is probably not going to happen. Do you think it's more dangerous to hold fiat currency like Korean won or US dollars? Those are fiat currencies. Is it more dangerous to hold Korean won or US dollars, or is it more dangerous to hold cryptocurrency? What are the pros and cons of each? What are the pros and cons, dangers of regular money and cryptocurrency? Which one's better? Because they definitely have pros and cons. Back on the screen. Is it more dangerous to hold fiat currency or cryptocurrency? What are the pros and cons of each? Jay Chung says regular is better. Okay. In some ways, I agree. Certainly easier to spend and use. Feels like the coins are too hard to predict their true values. Yeah, that's true. If you invest in altcoins like Dogecoin, it's hard to know the value. Ethereum and Bitcoin are pretty safe. They're the biggest ones, Bitcoin and Ethereum. I think one of the biggest advantages of some cryptocurrencies, not all of them are like this. Like Dogecoin is not like this. Ethereum will be like this. They're changing. It will become a deflationary currency. Deflationary. Right now, our money, Korean won, and especially US dollars right now, are inflationary money, which means that the US government keeps making more and more and more money. They literally keep printing more dollars. That's not good. When we have more and more and more money in the world, the money I have is worth less. Inflationary means that your money is worth less than it used to be. Yeah. But some cryptocurrencies are deflationary, which means that when you use the cryptocurrency, for example, if you spend it, it disappears. It's gone forever. And that means that there's less and less and less of this cryptocurrency. And when there's less and less and less of something, it becomes more and more and more valuable. So I think that's one good thing about some cryptocurrencies is that they're deflationary, which means that they are becoming more valuable rather than less valuable. Bitcoin is an example of this. Bitcoin, in the past, I don't know the exact numbers, but they were basically creating, like, for example, like 1 million Bitcoin for 1 year. Then the next year, 500,000 Bitcoin were created. Then 10,000 Bitcoin. Then 5,000 Bitcoin. Then 1,000 Bitcoin. So every year, less and less and less Bitcoin were created, meaning that it's becoming more and more and more valuable. Yeah, currency value, it's a bad thing. I'm going to write this down because it's so hard to understand if I say it. This is true. 80% of all US dollars in the world today have been created in the past 3 years. That's how bad inflation is right now. 80% of all US dollars in the world today were created in the last 3 years. That means that 3 years ago, there were 80% less US dollars than there are now. That's how bad inflation is in the US right now. They just keep making more and more and more money. That's why the US dollars keeps falling in value. That's why things keep getting more expensive. Okay, let's see. What is an NFT? We kind of talked about this. This is crazy. I know it looks crazy. This is one of the most famous NFTs. I think it's called 6,000 Days, if I remember. 600 Days? I can't remember the name of it. Basically, this very famous artist drew a different artwork every day and put it into a collage like this. This picture that you're looking at right now, this picture that you're looking at right now, sold for $60 million. That is Yukbek Hok, I think. Yukbek Hok. It's digital art, yes, but it's an NFT. Remember, NFTs aren't just art. NFTs can be anything that you can sell. They're just more flexible, like books, movies, video games, trading cards. It can, in the future, it could be more than that, but right now, that's what you can do. Music, you can do music. Yeah, this was created by Beeple, the artist's name. You can read about it. The artist's name is Beeple, if you want to read about him. His name is Beeple. Yeah, sold for a lot of money. Lots of money. Wow, I can't afford that. So we talked about this. We talked about NFT. We talked about fungible. We talked about things that can be NFTs, like video games and music, books, stuff like that. Yeah, this is something I'm passionate about because it's something I'm learning about and I'm invested in it. And I think that the digital world needs a revolution to support creators more and to allow buyers to truly own their stuff. Because there's a problem in the world today where if you buy things that are digital, you don't really own them. Like if I download a game on my phone, yeah, it's on my phone, but I can't sell it again. I can't, if I throw away my phone, I lose my game. I mean, I don't really own it. It's not something that I can sell again. It's not something that I can use in a different way. Amazon Kindle, if you read ebooks in English, you're probably reading on a Kindle. It's the most popular ebook reader for English. They've had problems where they've sold, like if I bought an ebook from them, but then they decided that they didn't want to sell that ebook, that, oh, we're not selling that ebook anymore. They can just delete it from your account. They can just delete it because it's not really yours. It's on your Amazon account, and they can control your Amazon account. And yeah, it's a problem that people don't really own the digital things that they own. So NFTs can change that, and I think they're the future. I think cryptocurrencies are the future. I really do. Right now, they're very difficult to use, very difficult to understand, but I think in 10 or 20 years, everyone will be using them. What do you think? Do you think that you will be using cryptocurrencies in the future? Are you interested? Do you want to read more about it? If you do, I really encourage you, read about the blockchain. If you understand the blockchain, you will understand more about cryptocurrencies, because it's kind of the hard part to understand is the blockchain. Chongdown says, so are you making some profit if you don't mind me asking? Yes, I'm making profit, which is nice, because I'm creating NFTs. I'm buying and selling them. So that's fun. I do, how do I explain this? I do what's called ARG. I'm going to write this. I create NFTs that are kind of unique. They're ARG. ARG means alternate reality game. I can't do this at the same time. Alternate reality games. I like to do alternate reality games, which are they're like treasure hunts. They're like in the real world, like a treasure hunt. Like you see a clue. Maybe you see a sign outside that has some kind of riddle or question, and you need to solve the riddle, and it gives you an answer, but it's another question, and you keep following these clues to the answer, and at the end there's like a reward. That's the kind of NFT I make. I make an NFT that's a puzzle, and that people have to like use their brains, and it takes some people hours or days, or they never solve the puzzle. But if they solve the puzzle, I give them a reward. That's the kind of thing I do with NFTs. It's not many people are doing it right now, so it's kind of fun. Yeah, I like making these puzzles that people have to figure out. Yeah, it's fun. I think it's fun. I do. So that's those are the kind of things I'm making, and yeah, right now cryptocurrency value is really down for most of them. If you're invested in Bitcoin or Ethereum, you're not having a good week or a good month, but it'll go back up. It's been, if you've heard about Luna in the news, that was a bad example. Luna went from top to very bottom in like one day. They lost all of their value. Lots of people lost a lot of money. So read about Luna, because that was big news the past 2 weeks. Yeah, read about Luna, cryptocurrency. That was bad. That was very, very bad. Thankfully, I'm not invested in Luna. I never was. But yeah, it's interesting. Maybe you're not interested. To me, it's interesting, and it's definitely in the world right now, and I think people should read about it and learn about it. So that's my class. That's my last class of this semester. It's getting very hot outside. I hope that you enjoy the weather. Drink enough water. Try to stay healthy and safe. Good luck on your final exams. Those are coming up soon. And yeah, I'll see you next time that we have a YouTube class. Thank you for joining. I hope I haven't been boring. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've learned something. Have a good day. Enjoy your weekend. Bye.